In the late autumn of 1972, the air inside the San Francesco hospital in Nuoro, Sardinia, carried the usual sterile scents of rubbing alcohol and heavy floor wax. The facility was the medical hub for the rugged, mountainous region of central Sardinia, staffed by doctors and nurses accustomed to the predictable rhythms of injuries, illnesses, and recoveries. That predictability shattered entirely with the admission of a 9-year-old boy named Eugenio Rossi. He arrived requiring standard medical attention, but within hours of his arrival, his presence challenged the fundamental laws of nature. The mystery began quietly on a routine afternoon shift. A pediatric nurse entering Eugenio's room noticed a patch of moisture reflecting the overhead lights. Directly underneath the center of the boy's hospital bed, a small pool of water had formed on the linoleum floor. Assuming it was a spilled drinking cup or a minor mishap by a young patient, the nurse wiped it dry with a towel and went about her rounds. Yet, less than an hour later, the water was back. It was not a damp spot, but a distinct, clear puddle gathering in the exact same location. The floor was completely level, and there was no obvious source for the liquid. The nurse notified the floor supervisor, who promptly called the hospital's maintenance crew. Technicians examined the immediate area, searching for a logical explanation. They inspected the frame of the bed, checked the mattress for moisture, and looked up at the ceiling tiles directly above. The plaster was dry, and there were no water lines or structural leaks visible anywhere in the room. To rule out an isolated structural issue, the medical staff decided to relocate Eugenio. They moved him down the hallway to a second room, completely detached from the plumbing line of the first. The original room was thoroughly dried and monitored. No further water appeared on its floor. However, within minutes of Eugenio settling into his new bed, a nurse walked in and stopped in her tracks. A fresh, clear puddle of water was actively forming on the floor, situated precisely underneath the center of the boy's new bed. Word of the phenomenon spread rapidly through the hospital wings. Skepticism is the baseline of medical science, and the doctors refused to believe they were witnessing anything other than a mechanical failure or a clever prank. The hospital administration initiated a strict, controlled investigation to uncover the trick. They decided to systematically move Eugenio to different areas of the facility to isolate the cause. Over the course of the following days, Eugenio was transferred to 5 different rooms across various floors of the hospital. Each move was treated like a scientific experiment. Maintenance workers inspected the plumbing blueprints of the building, checking for hidden pipe networks or structural cracks that could somehow react to a heavy object in the room. They even swapped out the bed frames and mattresses to ensure the boy was not hiding a reservoir of water within his bedding. The results defied every rational expectation. Every single time Eugenio was placed into a new room, the water reappeared. It did not take hours or days. The puddles manifested within minutes of his arrival. Staff members standing watch inside the rooms reported that the water did not drip down from the ceiling, nor did it pool outward from the walls. It simply materialized on the surface of the floor beneath him, as if condensing out of thin air under the specific radius of his bed. The case of the Sardinia hospital puddles remains one of the most thoroughly documented anomalies of its kind, bearing a striking resemblance to the later, famous American case of Donnie Decker, where water similarly seemed to manifest around a specific person. In Nuoro, the phenomenon remained strictly tethered to the young boy. The water itself was tested and found to be ordinary, fresh water, free of medical contaminants or chemicals that would indicate a hospital source. As suddenly as it had begun, the phenomenon reached its natural end when Eugenio's medical treatment concluded. The moment the boy was officially discharged and walked out through the front doors of the facility, the mysterious activity stopped. The final puddle was mopped away, and the floor remained dry. Eugenio Rossi returned to his normal life, leaving behind a baffled medical staff, a stack of unexplainable incident reports, and a lingering mystery that science could neither replicate nor explain. Tune in next week for more chilling tales.